What's up, y'all? It's the Psychopathic one, back with another Halloween edition review. This is episode 19, and this one, I reviewed the second one, which is my favorite one in this series. If you haven't seen the review, it's about time you start, because now I'm going to be reviewing the second best one. Resident Evil, the director's cut version. I know a lot of people out there who haven't played this but played the original one might ask, well, what's so director's cut about it? First off, it's a lot harder. It's harder than all hell. I'm still playing it on director's cut mode, and it's really fun. I'm surprised how far I got. The camera angles are different. You get better graphics for what the PlayStation had to offer at the time. And look right there. It says Best PlayStation Game Overall, voted by the Consumer's Choice Award on PlayStation.com. And I love the zombie right there, also in the front. I did have a strategy guide to this, but I let my friend borrow it, but he never returned it, so yeah, it got stolen. But anyways, at least I still have the game. Anyways, I'm just gonna give a quick synopsis for those who have never even thought of playing the original Resident Evils, and I am not really a big fan of the newer Resident Evils. Like, Resident Evil 4 was cool, still retained that good feel for it. Then Resident Evil 5, I saw trailers for it, and it just didn't look interesting to me at all. It looked more like an action-adventure game than a survival horror game. And that's what Resident Evil is. It's supposed to be survival horror, so why do that? Are they trying to confiscate with the movie or something? What? I didn't really care a whole lot for the movies either, because like I said, it was more action than it was horror. Cool effects though in the movie, I will give them that. But anyways, talking about the game that started it all, the director's cut version. Oh, I heard that if you get this in Japan, it comes with a colored intro. If anybody's ever played the original Resident Evil, it was a black and white intro with them going into the mansion. Well, in the original Japanese version, it's in color, but they're still speaking American, so it's all good. They used actual American actors for it, so I thought that was really cool. Anyways, the director's cut, for some reason the Americanized version didn't include it. It was supposed to be an uncut, uncensored version of the intro, which showed blood. Not just blood, you got to see the dog rip apart, not Forrest, their names are in here. Cola tablet, back, I mean. Resident Evil 2 cover. If you're wondering what happened to the disc, I just dropped it. Hopefully I didn't hurt it. Okay, we got Brad Vickers, Albert Wesker, Richard Aiken, Rebecca Chambers. I heard that you actually get to play as Enrico in the GameCube version. Joseph, he's the guy who gets ripped apart by the Cerberus, or as many know, as the Devil Dog, otherwise known as the Resident Evil Zombie Dog. But they did keep that in the movie, but I was really upset with how they did it. Like, I remember, like, playing this game and then seeing the movies are two completely different things, and I heard George A. Romero was supposed to make it, and the way he had the idea of it was exactly like the game. Now that's a version I would love to see. Please, George A. Romero, don't care what other people say. Just go out and make a cool video game adaptation of this. Not just go out and make an action movie. I'm not a real big fan of Paul W.S. Anderson, who made that movie. Although Alien vs. Predator was really cool, but that was supposed to be an action movie. Or sci-fi action. But anyways, this game is about a team of survivalists slash rescue team cops on a mission to save any survivors or possible survivors inside Raccoon City. And if anybody is a fan of video games, Raccoon City is probably the most well-known area next to Silent Hill in any video game. And anyways, the way this game starts off, it's a little slow, I'll give it that. So it's got that really good quality horror that a zombie movie has. And yes, these are real zombies. That's what I loved most about it. You don't see real zombies in video games anymore. That's sad. But this game is great. I give it... let's see now. I'm going to go with a 9.8 out of 10 because you get 3 modes, by the way. You get the original mode, which basically the difficulty says it all. If you choose original mode, you'll be playing like how it was originally done and everything. Now, of course, it won't be in Japanese, but still, it will be like how the creators originally did it. For just the regular Resident Evil, which had the case, I think, of an eye on it. A bloodshot eyeball, I think it was. And then there's Beginner, which right there says it all too. It's a really easy, everybody could experience all the chills, thrills, and jumps of what this game has to offer. And yeah, you do get to verse forms of demons, like right there you get to versus web spinner. That's what they're called. You also get to go up against fish. Giant mutated fish. Now, I know that might not sound cool, but it actually is cool because it gives you a challenge, because when you're versing them in water, so they have an advantage. They swim faster, and that means you're walking and running really slow. Doesn't matter if you're running or walking, but you run just enough speed to get out of there. And anyways, the puzzle factors in this game, I give the puzzles though a 10 out of 10. Like, they're difficult, just the way a puzzle should be, but at the same time they're easy. Like, you can find the memos and they'll be able to help you out, just like in Silent Hill. Yeah, this game came out like, since this is the director's cut, it came out in 1998. It was made a year and a half before Silent Hill came out. The original Resident Evil came out in 1997, but yet it takes place in 1998, so that's always cool to see a game made that takes place a year later. Twisted Metal did that. The first one, it was made in 1995, came out in 2005, but anyways, if you have a PlayStation or a GameCube or anything, pick up Resident Evil Director's Cut. I got this copy for 15 bucks. Definitely worth it. I'll show you the disc real fast. Not really an impressive disc, but it is pretty interesting. Just black. Like, really, what are you going to put on a Resident Evil disc? Like an original Resident Evil disc, other than the title. Like how the title just shines there. Capcom, or Capital Community. Rated M for mature. Definitely rated M. This definitely deserves an M rating, just like the second one and all of them. Definitely pick up Resident Evil Director's Cut. And if you've noticed, of blood right there. This is the DualShock support version. There's a regular version. It's 2-disc. It comes with the demo of Resident Evil 2. It comes with like a pre-order ticket for you to buy Resident Evil 2 before it comes out, like pre-ordered and everything. I used to have that, but sadly, when I tried to play the actual Resident Evil Director's Cut game, it didn't want to work. So luckily I got this one, and also the case is a lot different. It's Chris holding up a big, I think it's a shotgun or a flamethrower, but anyways, he's holding it up, and he's got like this demonic look on his face. And the back looks the same, just the words right here, the synopsis for everything, is different. Like this one says, "Face your fears, an ultimate experience of suspense and terror. Bloodthirsty zombies, mutant beasts, monstrous serpents, untold mysteries lurk around every corner. The nightmare lives on in the award-winning game of survival horror. Now the terror comes alive with the DualShock analog controller to send shivers up and down your spine. An enhanced release of the #1 terrifying classic. Definitely an enhanced version. New camera angles and character graphics, like I said. For the people who thought I was lying, there is new character graphics and everything. 3 action-packed difficulty levels, standard, training, and advanced modes of play. Or when you play the actual game, it's original, beginner, and arranged mode. Arranged is the director's cut version. And right here in red, it says supports the analog controller, DualShock analog controller, vibration function compatible, which the vibration actually helps you out. It lets you know if zombies are walking near you. And doesn't take up a whole lot of space on your memory card, just 1 block, and that's it. Anyways, that is my review on the original Resident Evil classic, Resident Evil Director's Cut. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I give it a 9.8 out of 10 hatchets, and I'll be back with another Halloween edition review tomorrow. Psychopathic One saying peace. Have a happy Halloween.